Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk. Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Where's that producer of mine? Where's that producer? He's falling down on the job. He is slacking, but we like him. We're going to keep him. We're going to keep him another day or two. Let him keep on fighting away, slugging his way through this. Well, I had an interesting day this afternoon. Had an opportunity to visit with some community policemen. And, you just never know what's going to happen. I was driving, taking care of some business, and there was a bike in the middle of the street. It looked like the guy had thrown it out in the street, and he was standing there screaming, and I thought maybe it had fallen off. And so I held up, and he waved me to pass him by. And then as I passed by, he gave my car a boot, jumped in the air, and smacked the side of my car, left a nice indentation. I'm going, what did I do to deserve this? But he was acting all sorts of crazy, so I just called and real quickly called the police and just waited for them to show up and to handle everything. But in the meantime, he had taken off, and there were reports of this person throughout the neighborhood causing a bit of vandalism and such. So the police are out looking for him. And they asked me if I would help identify him, and I said yes. So we're going to be there. We'll see what's happening there. Again, I am Charles Coachman. You can reach me by phone or text at 408-439-0766 or email me at bayarealetstalk@gmail.com, bayarealetstalk@gmail.com. I like to get each of my shows started in the same way, and that is birthday shout-outs. Eric Jordan, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Happy birthday. 3 times I've had this name come up, and 3 times I'm going to fail pronouncing it, and I have known this lady for 20 years. Dauk Manima. From the Netherlands, mother of a good friend of mine, and just a wonderful lady. So happy for her on her birthday. And here we are. We're right at the same age. And so her kids are friends of ours, but are a little younger than I. But they're just great people. So Dauk and Eric, happy birthday to you. And if it's your birthday out there, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Next thing that I like to do is talk about Grow Live Academy. Grow Live Academy, it's a Ken Walls product and company. And Ken Walls has put together a terrific program to teach people how to go live and to grow their businesses by going live. Second company I like to talk about is StreamYard.com, and that's a company that we're using to go live with right now. It's a wonderful, great platform, very easy to work, unless your producer's lazy like mine. But we get it done. We get it done. StreamYard makes it happen. And then there's hippovideo.com. That's how I keep in touch with my clients and friends. When I want to send them an email and I want to attach a video to it, it's the only way to go. They don't have to upload. They don't have to download. They just press play, and it's ready to go. So the Grow Live Academy, StreamYard.com and Hippo Video. StreamYard and Hippo Video are both part of the Grow Live Academy. Ken does an excellent explanation on how these products work and what they can do for you. So check them all out. They're all terrific. All right, let's get that going. Let's see if we can figure out how to say adios to the birthday folk. And let's take a look up here. Scott Ricard, good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. Scott, well, until about 3 hours ago, I was having a wonderful day. just floating away. And I was actually going to drop off our medical payment. And you know, I just don't know what to say. All I thought was, we got to get out of San Jose. If all you're going to do is drive around and try and avoid somebody that's having a bad day, and then they get by and then kick the heck out of your car. And I could see that he was completely upset. So I flipped around and he was cussing and throwing some bird at me and some other people. So I just pulled off to the right, called the police, and then by the time I got back to where we were, he was already gone. But the police said he was causing a disturbance elsewhere. So they've asked me if I would identify him if they were able to pick him up today, in which they think that they're going to be able to, because he seems to be leaving a little wave of destruction wherever he goes. Sad. Oh no is right. Oh no is right. Well, I got my little package the other day and I was very, very happy. The soundtrack of my life journal. Soundtrack of my life journal. And I just want to give you a few of the songs that come up. The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. Reach Out, I'll Be There by the Four Tops. I'm Waiting for the Man, the Velvet Underground. Stone Soul Picnic by one of my favorite writers and singers, Laura Nyro. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes by Crosby, Stills, Nash. I Can See for Miles by The Who. Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. And there's quite a few Beatles songs. You Can't Always Get What You Want by the Rolling Stones. The Weight by the band. At Last by Etta James. Down by the River by Neil Young. Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes. And then All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. So what this is, it's a journal, and I've put a letter, and we've revised this for our third book that's coming up. But it's just talking about this journal I did because I wanted for myself, and I wanted to help other people, for songs that I enjoyed. Now, some of these songs I have really don't know that well at all, because I went through and found a list, and this list happened to be selected by Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. And they're insiders, and they're all artsy. So some of them are not the greatest songs from my point of view. But from the people that actually know music from an inside point of view, they're going, these are great songs. So I want to read two paragraphs. I was born in 1959. Now in my 60s, I have a lot to look back on, and music always played a part in my life. My mom was a huge influence on the music that I listened to as a child, from the likes of Ricky Nelson, Chuck Berry, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, and her love of country and western. Now it's time to start putting our lives in perspective and taking time to journal what may be one of the greatest gifts that keeps on giving. Taking a stroll down memory lane and see where it takes you. Music can unlock great joys and some sadness, but let us dig those memories out and do a little modern day time traveling. One of the ways that a lot of us find that helps us to get through each day is the music we listen to, whether it is rock and roll, soul, country, and western, hip hop, rap, blues, jazz, Christian, or easy listening. It doesn't matter. Music is personal, and we all have ways of transporting ourselves back in time to a place when we first heard a song. With this journal, I'm giving you 100 songs that will help to lift your spirits and take you back in time and remember where you were the first time you heard this song. Whether you heard it once, whether you heard it 1,000 times. put these notes together. Check it out. This book is available on Amazon.com, and we'll give a couple away at the end of the week. But we are doing, I just did one, the 1977 was just released. We're going to, our third one will be the 1950s. And then we're going to do the 100 top singles from the 1970s, 100 top singles from the 1980s. And then we're going to start doing them year by year. And give everyone a chance to take a look at it. And I'll let people decide, hey, what year should it be that we do? I've already done one from 1977. That's the year I graduated from high school. I enjoyed it. Some of the songs that were part of this list I wasn't really familiar with, but they were there. So we put them on there. And hey, I just want to give people a chance. I talked with a fellow that's going to join us probably in a week or so, Jeff Christensen, otherwise known as Jay Fox, who has been a DJ for 50 plus years or around 50 years. And we're going to talk about things like this. He takes music into old folks' homes and lets them listen to music and let them bring back that joy that they had when they first heard it. And you know what? That's what I'd like to see us do. Write some of those things down. Remember that music the way that you liked it the first time that you heard it. And this journal will help you. The Soundtrack of My Life, 100 Top Singles of the 1960s. Check it out. You can find it on Amazon.com. Just look under Charles Coachman. It is there. And 1977 is there if you were interested in that. Now, I'm going to take a look at this day in music. This day in music. It is Monday, May 10th. 3:12 on the Pacific Coast. And it is 85 degrees. So perfect weather for a spring day. Born on this day, Larry Williams, singer, had a 1957 number 5 and number 21 single with Short Fat Manny. I have no idea. Williams died from gunshot wounds on January 2nd, 1980, age 45. Well, that's not a good story to start out with. Henry Fairbro, vocalist with Detroit, the Spinners, who had a 1980 UK number 1 and US number 2, Working My Way Back to You, born on this day. Harry Fairbro. Danny Rapp, born in 1941, vocalist with Danny and the Juniors. Their song was At the Hop, and I thought his birthday was a couple of weeks ago, but this book says not. And unfortunately, he shot himself on April 5th, 1983. Maybe that's what I remember. So rest in peace. 1946, on this date, Donovan, who had a 1966 hit and number 1 and number 2, number 1 in the US and number 2 in the UK, Sunshine Superman, born on this date. Graham Goldman, born on this date. Maybe you haven't heard of Graham Goldman. Well, I saw him a few years ago playing with Ringo Starr, and he was part of 10cc. And they had a hit, had a couple of hits. I'm Not in Love from 1975. And then what else? Oh, I'm Not in Love, and I can't remember The Things You Do for Love, maybe from 1976, 1977. So he also wrote hits for the Hollies and the Yardbirds. So Graham Goldman, thank you for your music. God bless you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday on this date in 1947. One of my favorite musicians, Dave Mason. Guitarist with Traffic. Had a #2 single in the UK, Hole in My Shoe. As a solo artist, had a #12 hit in the USA, We Just Disagree, which was one of my favorite songs of all time. When you've had a disagreement with your girlfriend, with your wife, we just disagree. Even with friends, hey, we just disagree. And just one of my favorite songs and favorite artists. We have been to see him a number of times and have gotten to meet his wife and talk with his wife and talk with him. And just a wonderful, easygoing guy, just out there making a living and loving his life on the road. 1952, Sly Dunbar, session drummer, born on this date. He worked with Peter Tosh, who I got to see back in 1978 when he opened up for the Rolling Stones. He also worked for Robert Palmer, Jimmy Cliff, and Grace Jones, and Joe Cocker. So, happy birthday, Sly Dunbar. And then 1957, born on this date, John Ritchie. John Ritchie, he sure sounds familiar. Well, I don't think he was the fullback for the Philadelphia Eagles or the Oakland Raiders. No, I think they're talking about Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious of the Sex Pistols. So he died on February 2nd, 1979, after killing his girlfriend, if I'm not mistaken. And they did a story about it called Sid and Nancy, I believe. 1960 on this date, Bono, born on this date in 1960, has had just a wonderful, wonderful career. So Bono, happy birthday. And you know what? He has had some terrific hits. But let's just think of a couple. In the Name of Love. Just that song, as far as I'm concerned, that's all they needed to make their career, In the Name of Love. And then, of course, they had a #1 album, Joshua Tree. So, Bono, enjoy your birthday. Enjoy it. Just a terrific vocalist and lead singer of the group U2. What a terrific group. On this day, 1967, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards appeared at Chichester Crown Court in Sussex, charged with possession of drugs. Oh my. The Rolling Stones with drugs. Who would have thunk it? 1969, Frank Sinatra's version of My Way entered the British top 10 for the first time. Over the next 3 years, it re-entered the top 50 singles charts 8 times. It's still one of the greatest songs of all time. My Way. You gotta love Frank Sinatra. The Moody Blues started a 2-week run at #1 on The Threshold of a Dream, their first #1 album. 1969, the Turtles gave a special performance at the White House as guests of Trish Nixon. Stories circulated concerning members of the group allegedly snorting cocaine off Abraham Lincoln's desk. Ouch. You guys know better than that. But Tricia Nixon, you needed to choose better folk. If you're going to let them play in the Lincoln bedroom. The Who sold out in 1974. The Who sold out Madison Square Garden 4 nights by selling 80,000 tickets. 80,000 tickets. 1975, Steve Wonder played in front of 125,000 fans at a free concert near Washington Monument to celebrate Human Kindness Days. That was back in 1975. Now, I believe it was 1975 when Stevie Wonder also played at Pittsburgh High School in Pittsburgh, California. I went to the nearby high school at Antioch, and boy, when we heard about that, how crazy was that? So, Stevie Wonder, you are a wonderful guy. Little Stevie Wonder. 1986, Falco was at number 1 on the UK singles chart. Rock Me Amadeus. I couldn't stand that song, but it was there. It was number 1. 1986, the Pet Shop Boys went to number 1 with West End Girls. West End Girls. Now, I did like that song. I really like the beat to that. Let's see. Well, this is one my kids would like. Rapper Tupac Shakur began serving a 15-day county jail term for attacking director Alan Hughes on a video set. Not that they would want to see him attacking, but they loved his music. Me, not so much. In 1999, country singer-songwriter Shel Silverstein died of a heart attack at age 57. He wrote A Boy Named Sue for Johnny Cash and Sylvia's Mother for Dr. Hook. Shel Silverstein was one of the most phenomenal writers. People never thought about it, but he was a man of many talents. Shel Silverstein, you had a way with words. God bless you. And rest in peace. Oh, well, this is not a surprising thing. Bobby Brown was arrested at Newark Airport, New Jersey, for breaking his probation order. He had been wanted in Florida since 1999 when his probation officer reported that a urine test proved that he had used cocaine. Uh-oh, Bobby Brown. Uh-oh, Bobby Brown. Well, that is it for this date on May 10th. But you know what? I also got a couple of other little books. And I'm going to ask a trivia question. Let's see if we can get this. See if we can find a question for folks. Let's see if we can do this. Artists of the 90s? Nah. Let's get out of there. Random fun facts, artists of the 1980s. Let's do this one. Let's go to the 70s. Let's just read something. Leonard Skinner, the Allman Brothers Band may have invented what we think is Southern rock, but no group exemplified the genre better than Leonard Skinner. Lead singer and lyricist Ronnie Van Zant formed the band in 1964 along with guitarist Alan Collins, Gary Rosenthal, drummer Bob Burns, and bassist Larry Lindstrom. They changed their band's name several times before settling on Leonard Skinner, a joke they played on their high school PE teacher. Skinner is best known today for their epic ballad and tiresome live show joke, Freebird, and their twangy anthem, Sweet Home Alabama, the latter of which was written partly in response to Neil Young's scathing protest songs, Southern Man in Alabama. Ironically, Young loved the song and the band. He even went so far as to offer Skinner his songs Powderfinger and Sedan Delivery, which later turned up on his album Rust Never Sleeps. The respect was mutual. The cover photograph of Skinner's album Street Survivors shows Ronnie Van Zant wearing a Neil Young t-shirt. So that's some good news. And you know what? I'm going to use these books and we'll come up with some trivia questions for that. But anyway, have a great day. Have a great rest of your Monday. Music on World Off. God bless you. Have a wonderful afternoon. Look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday afternoon at 3, where we will talk about music. Music on World Off. Have a great evening.